Hey guys, Mrs. Traver here. Today is 10-1-4 day 2 of tangents and secants. Take a minute, pick up a note sheet, and fill out the learning target and success criteria, as well as give the warm-up a shot. Pause the video now if you'd like to try that, and then we'll go through the warm-up. Alright, here's the warm-up. We have a circle with a tangent line marked as length 16 and a radius 12, and we're looking for this missing length. We can use the property of a tangent line knowing that it is perpendicular to the radius. So I'm going to mark in this right angle, and now I can recognize that we can use Pythagorean theorem. The legs are 12 and 16, so 12 squared plus 16 squared equals question mark squared. I'm going to use x equals x squared. I'm going to use my calculator. Wow. I'm going to use my calculator for that. We've got 12 squared plus 16 squared is 400. And the square root of 400 is 20. So x equals 20. No problem. All right, let's look at what we've got today. We've got a few new properties here. The first one is intersecting secant. So here's the picture of it. Go ahead and fill in the x, y, and z to your picture. And the relationship between these angles and arcs, so x is an angle, y is this minor arc length, and z is this minor arc length, is that x equals z minus y over 2. That sounds kind of weird, but this outside angle here equals the big one minus the little one over 2. Take a minute, fill this formula in, and then we'll use it on the next problem. Alright, here is an idea of when this will be used. So I'm missing angle V, and I have arc WU, and I have arc WT. So let's set this up. The one we don't know, so I'm going to say the measure of angle V is 190 minus 60 over 2. 190 minus 60 is 130. 130 over 2 is 65. So measure of angle V equals 65 degrees. All right, number 2. Let's see, this one's got some x's involved. So we've got everything given to us, but we're going to solve for x. So 53 equals big minus little. So 175 minus 8x minus 3 over 2. And notice I was intentional in using a parentheses here because I'm going to have to distribute the negative. So let's do that first. I would have this be negative and this be positive. Now I don't really need the parentheses. I can combine like terms on the top. 175 plus 3 is 178. 178, there we go. Minus 8x. And then I'm also going to get rid of this 2 while I'm at it. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. That way those cancel. 2 times 53 would go on the other side for 106. Let's get the x term by itself by subtracting 178 from both sides. 106 minus 178 is negative 72 equals negative 8x. And lastly, let's divide both sides by 8. So x equals negative 9. All right, we've got another property coming at you. Here it is. This is when we have intersecting secants, so similar setup, but there's an extra variable here. So A, B, C, and D, fill those in where they go. The relationship here is with line segments, not angles and arcs. So here's the property, is that it's a little longer. A times A plus B equals C times C plus D. So let's see if we can kind of pair this out. The outside plus the sum of the full secant equals the outside plus the sum of the whole secant. I don't know. Let's try this out. So let's see. The outside is 5, so 5 times the sum of the whole secant is 5 plus 7 equals the outside 6 times the sum of the whole secant, 6 plus x. Let's simplify this on the left a little bit. 5 times 7 is 12. 5 times 12 is 60. And over here I could distribute. I'd have 36 plus 6x. And I'm going to drop that down. 60 minus 36 is 24. 24 equals 6x. So we've got x equals 4. Let's try a new one. All right, let's try number 2. On this one we've got the outside is 8. times the length of the whole thing. So 8 plus x minus 6 is just x plus 2. On the other side, the outside is 7, times the length of the entire thing. 7 plus x minus 3 is just x plus 4. All right, this looks fine. I'm going to distribute on both sides, so 8x plus 16 equals 7x plus 28. Let's get all the variables to the same side by subtracting 7x from both sides. And let's also get all the variables, all the numbers on the other side. I'll subtract 16 from both sides to make that happen. So I have x on the left, 28 minus 16 is 12, and we've got our final answer. We have one less property to try. It is, again, with intersecting secants with lengths, but we have less variables here, A, C, and D this time. So here's the property, is that if we have A, one of the external secants, and you square it, it equals C times the sum of the other secant. Take a minute, jot this down. I know I've been going fast, by the way, in this video, so hopefully you're able to pause as often as needed. All right, so let's play this out. 18 is on one side, so 18 squared equals 12 times 12 plus x. So let's distribute over here. I've got 144 plus 12x. On the other side, I don't know, 18 squared. 18 squared is 324. I could subtract 144 from both sides and get 180, and then I can divide by 12 and get 15 for my final answer. All right, here comes the last one. So we've got 45 is by itself, so 45 squared equals 27 times 27 plus x. All right, let's distribute here. Actually, I'm gonna do, what is 45 squared? That's a big number, 2025. And 27 times 27 is 729. We can subtract 729 from both sides. I got 1296 equals 27x. And lastly, we'll divide by 27, and x is a nice clean 48. All right, so we've gone through 3 different types today. Let's look at what our review preview looks like for today. You've got several of them that practice the same skills we just did, so I can notice these are some arcs and angles ones that align with examples 1 and 2 we had done. The next one's the same business. The next set, 5, 6, 7, 8, all have to do with arcs and angles again. And then on the back, it starts doing the segment length. So these ones have 4 things noted, so that's where we would do the second property we had done, and then last ones have the last property. There's a couple review problems with intersecting chords on 15, and then using Pythagorean theorem within a circle for number 16. But that's a wrap for it. I will be here tomorrow. Finally, we will review the properties we've learned over the last 2 days, and we will prepare ourselves for a quiz coming up on Friday is the plan. You also have a homework check coming up, so check the lesson plans to see when that is and what is on it. I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.